Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse of Mother Misery. There's a content warning of gore, gothic horror, and bad language. We're playing the model Curse of Strahd, but has been transformed and changed, and we're playing in Frostmark's system and setting. A recap of what happened last time. No, I'm doing it out of order. First of all, I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady Lyria, the half-elven Magus played by Julie. Welcome.
I swear I'm gonna stab Nyx for real.
Oh no. I got Kelvin, the Gnome Ranger played by Weewoo. How you doing?
Anxious.
And then Nixud Vistani Tiefling Bard played by Adrian. Good evening.
I am not a crook.
And certainly not least, I got Sir Asfada, the Silver Dragonborn Paladin played by Aeronox. Hello!
Hello!
Last time, you guys confronted Victor in his little room where he had a bunch of zombie cats and a faulty teleportation circle. He asked you guys if you knew how to fix it, because he's been working on it for a long time and he's hit a bit of a snag where he can't make it work. He also claimed that the two servants saw like magic flash through the windows of the attic, came up to confront him of what was going on. He tried to explain that he's working on a teleportation circle and they should keep quiet about it, but then they blackmailed Victor, saying that they should be teleported right now unless otherwise they're gonna go and talk to Vargas about it. So Victor complied and they disintegrated. He also claimed that the cats were already dead before he resurrected them into the zombie cats that they are right now. The party, together with Victor, entered into somewhat of a deal and ended the conversation on neutral terms. The party promised to bring back any books that talk about magic to Victor, and if Victor cracks the enigma of the teleportation circle, then he would contact the party so they all can escape the mists of Barovia. Then you guys headed to the Beast Rose, the local tailor, with Gilly and Lottie, where Asvada got herself a dress, a blue dress, and Gilly also recognized Nick's jacket, claiming that about 30 years ago a tall blonde man came walking down the streets wearing that jacket in Vallaki, and that it was what was inspired Gilly to become a tailor to begin with. Then you headed to the Blue Water Inn. Asvada talked to Jessica, the orphan boy who was adopted by Father Lucian, who had slept over at the orphanage and had woken up with bruises on his arm, claiming that the other children blame the rectress of the orphanage for these wounds, but he does not remember getting them. After Asfada healed his arm, he went out to play Sonja with Brom and Bray. Illyria talked to Rictavio about their missing families. Rictavio revealed that he has a 23-year-old son that is missing a lot, and then he performed a quite vulgar ditty.
It was interesting.
Yeah. Nyx gave the
5
party...
silver pieces well spent.
Nyx delivered some really tasty food to the party. Holtz joined, asked to talk to Illyria alone, where he revealed that he is indeed Strahd von Zarovich. He claimed that... Dum dum dum. He claimed that he's the only one who truly Illyria can trust, and the only one who will truly love her. He apologized for the deceit, but he felt like she needed to perceive him before, without all of this preconceived judgment that she has accrued against him. And he invited her to a masquerade ball in some time. He's preparing the castle for her arrival and such an occasion. And he also said that she shouldn't trust her companions. They will betray her, like Nyx just have, by revealing that Nyx knew all along that Horse was drawn and that he has been aiding him in this fact for a reward. And that is when we are going to jump back in. Let me...
You forgot to mention that Strahd also turned into bats and flew away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, that's quite important. Yeah, he has left the premises.
Illyria also agreed to come to his masquerade if he, doesn't kill any more horses. Rest in peace, Dave.
He will live on in our hearts.
F in chat.
Oh my god, this horse. I don't think I'm hearing the sound of... There we go.
Sound of our incoming doom. And the verbal and
I mean,
Nyx's
that's
verbal
just Barovia in a
smackdown.
nutshell.
I mean,
Yeah,
and you
just have
can't
to listen to the
forget
birds, the people dying.
we
know.
also can't
Look,
forget
the ravens are okay.
Asfina,
I don't like the ravens.
I like the raven.
Asfina, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was also gonna say, Nyx's pending verbal smackdown.
You better get his ass beat.
Verbally.
Sadly, not the good one.
Hey, I can't say that he won't end up with a physical stab wound.
We'll see how it goes.
Who here can heal?
I got 5.
You got 5.
You got 5.
5 healing damage.
5 heals.
Right.
Anti-damage.
After the cacophony of horses and ravens cawing, you are left alone in the stable, Illyria, and looking out through the doors. For the first time, you notice that there's only one wagon there, and actually no horse named Strahd either.
Ah yes, the horse named Strahd.
I'm not gonna ask.
Beck, she accidentally called Holt
Yeah.
Strahd in the stable.
Don't you remember me? Anyway,
I mean,
what does
makes
Illyria think about?
sense for them to be gone, I guess.
Mhm.
Are there any signs that, like, they went, like, away, or was that, like... Wait, were they there when I, like, went in here with them, or were they already gone?
They were already gone. You
Okay.
didn't really focus on that fact beforehand, but
Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense for them to be gone, so she's just, I guess, standing in the stable for just a little bit, trying to, I guess, like, understand what just happened and let it sink in a little before she makes her way back into the Blue Water Inn.
all right. Everybody inside of the Blue Water Inn has heard the commotion. of the horses neighing and the ravens cawing. It was very loud and very sudden. These strange, like these animals sounding panicked and scared. There are some shouts erupting in the tavern, in the inn, of what's going on? What's happening? Is there anybody out there? What's happening? Danica seems to be frozen for a second. Her eyes wide, shaking a little bit until she takes the words, leaning over the bar. It's all right, everybody. Calm down. I think there was just an accident in the kitchen that spooked the horses and the ravens that fly around here. We need to take care of this, so we won't be serving any more drinks or food tonight. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but I need to ask everybody who doesn't have room and board here to leave. There's a lot of like disappointed, like, no, the ale. But slowly but surely they do leave, respecting the wishes of Danica, moosing out of the door.
We have room and board,
Yep, yep.
right?
Yeah.
We do.
Okay.
Thank God we
Okay.
got one of them.
Yeah. Let's see. Asphodel kind of like cork a brow just as Illyria re-enters the bar area, and she's just gonna like walk over to her and ask, "Is everything all right? We heard quite a commotion. Did you get into a fight with Holtz?"
I wish that was it.
Huh?
What happened? You don't look all too pleased. I thought you two were getting along.
She just sort of like whips around and she looks at Nyx. And she's like, you knew.
And knew what about the commotion?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Nyx like puts the spoon down of the vegetable soup that he was eating and says, "What do you mean, Illyria?"
We'll talk about it sometime later.
Travelers. You, Illyria, you were in the stables just now? You know,
I was.
Rictavio, out now. But I am bored. I'm finishing my ale. Out now. Go to the stables and take care of your horse or something. I will come and get you when I can. Okay? You will get a day free because of this. Whatever you say, Danica. The Victavio leads as well.
I mean, I guess Illyria would still be wearing the necklace, so Asphodel would probably notice that as well.
Yeah. Irvin rushes into here, over to Danica and like hugs her quickly. I checked the stables. There's nobody in sight. I think he's gone.
He left.
Who's he? The fuck's going on?
Holtz.
Brom, Bray, go to your room, please. But Mom, we can't be a part of this. We're grown-ups too. We want to be a part of this. This is go to your room now. Oh, fine.
As for the, as the kids leave, she's gonna like stand right here. And pull a chair. Well, she'll move her barrel over. She'll move her barrel and place it here to sit on.
Irvin also takes a seat by the bar beside Illyria, puts his head in his hands, wipes some sweat off his brow, and like trying to collect himself, whilst Danica is leaning heavily on the bar, on the bar table. Her head in her hands too, seemingly pretty shaken.
I'm sorry.
What's the matter, Irvin? Trouble in the kitchen?
I wish that was the case, but we heard otherwise. Danica leans over towards Illyria with a piercing gaze, and she says, "We help as many people in Barovia as possible, but you need to tell us right now what your relationship is with him, so it's safe for you to stay here."
He's obsessed with me. He has been ever since he saw me.
You're another consort then? Is that it?
I don't know. What do you know about?
They look towards each other.
I need to know I can tell you all of this.
They look towards each other, seemingly having a silent conversation until Irvin turns towards Illyria and takes one of your hands in his in a very comforting way, and he says, I believe you, Illyria. I don't think there is anything nefarious going on, rather than there's just a victim in all of this. So, we belong to the Keepers of the Feather.
Keepers of there?
He looks a little bit sheepish. Danica answers, "We're a bit of, you could say, spy network."
Oh. Well. Suppose it's as the saying goes. Correct? Those of a feather flock together?
Well, maybe, but we have been here since the start. Lived here. Before the Savage Empire came, and we got trapped in here. And we have been searching for a way out ever since. The doors are suddenly pushed open in a very rapid manner as a girl comes in. I can make it a little bigger so you can see it.
Big girl.
Yeah. Dressed in Barovian clothing, with blue T-tails. The white shirt arms have been painted blue by dye, at the lowest point of her sleeves, going up towards her elbows. There's a bunch of different trinkets and necklaces around her neck, and she rushes in. I didn't see them. I didn't see anything. We took a lap around all of Valaki almost. We don't see any sign of the bat cloud. I think he left, but you know they're still circling just in case. Thank you, Mariella, for that. And they both of them seem to relax a bit.
Nix hasn't. He put the spoon down a while ago, and he hasn't taken his eyes off Illyria, just watching her.
So, this is Danica. That man has visited us a few times and we didn't know. That is unnerving. Is the true Holds dead? Or was there no Holds to begin with?
Don't know, but this Holtz at least was him. The entire fucking time.
Mariella, remind me to send a few ravens over to Kresk to make sure. Maybe his whole story is a lie, or maybe not. I will, Miss Matukov.
You said ravens.
This time Irvin takes words. Well, yes, I guess that's needed to be explained as well. I guess it's the easiest to show. I guess. Magic trick time! And he stands up where there's space. Closes his eyes, focuses for a moment, and his whole form breaks down into a black shadow, seemingly with mass that shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until where Urban was standing is a raven instead, perched on one of the
Illyria looks
chairs.
somewhat surprised, but definitely not as much as you would expect.
Well, that is unexpected.
A lot of things are unexpected right now.
I told you I'm not crazy.
The raven jumps around on the back of the chair with his wings wide out, like it's doing a little bit of a jig in front of you. Before it returns to that black mass and enlarges instead, and Urban's features comes back, and he holds out his hands like he just did like a magic trick and wants applause for it.
Lyria does like her best to give like a sort of like convincing applause, and she manages like a slight smile.
Well, that's usually more exciting, but I guess you are more used to unusual things, he says and sits down.
Well, a guy that has been trying to court me, ever since I met him, just turned into a swarm of bats in front of me.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's true. I need to get better at my
After
magic tricks.
pretending he was somebody else for the entire time.
The girl walks up to Illyria, leans down like uncomfortably close to look into your face, and she says, "Hi,
Hey?
it's me."
Wait, are you... Like,
I'm
It's
very
just
sorry
a
about what
raven.
happened, but it's me. And she sends a very stink eye towards Kelvin.
When she does that, I think Illyria, like, realizes, it's like... I have been threatening to set him on fire if he ever shoots another one of you.
Good. Better yet, I might do so myself, huh? Do you wanna shoot me, little gnome?
I would if I could.
Go and get your bow, and we shall see who's the stronger. Come on!
My bow's fucking locked up, and if I did, I'd have to then go put it back for more money. Unless you're paying for that, you know.
Mariella, please. Isn't it really the time? You know, you were just a raven. You shouldn't be shooting at ravens anyway. We're noble creatures. She sits down on the bar.
Nope.
Okay, Muriel.
Mariella.
Muriella.
Miss.
You said you're some sort of spy network?
Well, it's not much, to be honest with you all. But we try. It's very hard to know when to trust. We keep knowledge of what's been happening in Barovia
How...
and help
what-
any outsiders who found their way in here and any
What
rebellions.
knowledge do you have? Like,
Davian Martikov is a bit of the head of the family, you could say. He's the one who is in charge of that. He's chosen Herman's brother to take over as the keeper of knowledge. But we of course are still in the loop, me and Urban. Yeah, so if you got any questions about what's going on here, you know, you just ask if you need any help or provisions. We shall try our best, but we are no fighting force. We can help with information and equipment, but there are powers that be here that are strong in their own ways.
I mean, knowledge is important.
We agree. We definitely agree, Illyria. So,
Where?
tell
we
us what happened.
Sorry.
Illyria, tell us what happened. We just heard the ravens call out to us saying that he's here.
He was trying to, I don't know, port me disguised as Holtz. I was just about to realize, and I was about to warn him when he decided to show his real face.
And when did this start?
Not long after we got here, we were on our way here. I'm we we promised to we promised to bring Irina somewhere safe.
Irina. Irina Koljana. The daughter of the burgomaster of Borovia?
Yes.
Oh.
He uh, we we were sent here as diplomats, Asfada and I. I don't know, but it felt like the right thing to do. But he was waiting for us on our way here. And he has been acting weird ever since he saw me.
And when did you meet Holtz?
And the Vistani camp,
Stani camp. Were they friendly with him?
a day or two ago.
I've heard that he's bringing supplies, provisions from the city to the Vistanis.
Yes, I was supporting his endeavor because
Does the Vistani know that Holtz is Strad?
I don't know. I know that you fucking knew. And she just looks over to Nick.
Nyx stares back at her, stone faced, trying to like absorb what has just happened. And with upright posture in his chair, he just takes a shallow breath and says, "Yes, I knew." But the
Better.
rest of the Vistani do not, as far as I'm aware.
Danica and Erwin look towards each other. Danica approaches Nyx very slowly. So, you are a Vistani after all, huh?
I did not say that, Danica. I said the rest of the Vistani are unaware.
Then tell me right now. Are you a proper Vistani? Who follow the prince every whim?
I do not know why you are accusing me, just purely because I'm a tiefling. No,
You know why.
it is true, I was raised a Vistani, but I am not one. I have multiple sources of evidence proving otherwise, and I am currently on a journey to figure out what the hell this whole means. If I am not a Vistani, then who am I?
She leans in, like gauges your body language. Then, after a tense moment, after not knowing whether to trust you or not, she then leans back and nods. It's the first time I've met somebody who, well, aside from Isaac, was tiefling and is not enamored by the count. But you knew.
Yes, I knew.
She walks back to the bar to basically her little audience place that she has. Leans heavily on the bar again. So you're still working with him?
What do you mean working with him? I've never been working with him.
Let's put down accusing fingers. What did he say to you, Illyria?
That about Nyx or in general?
Both. Well, let's start with Nyx.
That I cannot trust anybody of you guys because Nyx knew the entire time, and that Nyx apparently will be given another reward.
As for that, I will turn to Nyx. Is this true, Nyx, about the reward?
Nyx stares continually at Illyria as she says this. And a tear wells up in his eye and falls down his cheek. That is such a cruel way to put it.
How did Strahd put it to you?
What is the cost of a life of one of your loved ones? Is that the rewards to keep them safe and still breathing?
And that's what I thought. As for that, I will turn to Illyria. Illyria, remember when we split up earlier today? When we went searching? Nyx and I went up north, you and Kelvin went down south.
I remember.
It was at that time, as Nyx and I journeyed northward. Did Nyx tell me of what was happening? He told me that Strahd, or rather Holtz, was Strahd. And he was at a loss. This reward.
Look, I know
He's-
it's...
Go on.
At this point, we know how he is, and I'm not surprised. We know, we have seen what he can do.
Then why are you upset at Nyx? If you know how Strahd is and how
And I
manipulative
also
he can
know
be,
that alone, none of us can stand up to him, so
then that further begs the question, why are you upset with Nyx?
I am not necessarily upset with him, but I am upset And I do think I have every right to be.
Well, of course. You had the wool pulled over your eyes. So yes, you have every right to be upset.
Look, I didn't mean to seem like I was angry with you.
Didn't you really give me the benefit of the doubt, though, did you, Illyria? I wonder why you... What do you really think of me? Why would you immediately side with one that is already proven to manipulate and twist words over someone who has been trying their utmost to protect you? Yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I'm trying to make up for those mistakes. But do you really believe that I have been in league with Strahd at the cost of you all? Do you feel like
That's
my
not
league
what
with...
That's
It,
not what
well, it
I
sounds
think.
like it.
Look, I just stood out there face to face with him. I'm sorry I was a bit heated.
Like, out of all of us, Illyria, you are probably the one least in danger. I can't believe that anything
My
that
life
Strahd would
might
do.
not be in danger. My
But
freedom most certainly is.
As is the rest of us. But you are in the luxury of not having anyone here within the mist that you care about. I am not of that ilk. I have many people that I have grown up with, vulnerable to the Count. And he will use them as tools to get to me. So excuse me if I do not shed a tear for your courting with Strahd. But I take offense at that you treat me as someone so readily to backstab you. I confided in Asvada because I had no idea what to do.
Look, I get it. And I'm sorry.
You must know, I believe Sophia would thank you too. For it was her life on the line, should I ever have disrupted Holtz's plan.
You're right. He won't harm me, and he probably won't try to interrupt us anymore either.
I cannot be certain of that. I don't think any of us can be certain of the fact that someone who can shapeshift into looking like other people would
That
not
is-
show up somewhere else.
That is true. And I don't trust him one bit to keep promise, but
We know, amongst us four, sitting here at this table, we know what we've been through. We have to consider the fact that at any given point in time, one of us could be alert, pulled aside, taken, and replaced. I do not know this magic to change into someone else. I do not know if I have that ability within me. But one thing's for sure is that unless we come up with some sort of safe word, how else are we going to know that each of us are each other if we have been apart for a time? Given who I am, Illyria, and how I have presented myself to you, I could be a target for Strat. You have
All
to be vigilant too.
I will be. But I'm not sure he's going to do something like this.
How can you be so sure?
Cannot be sure.
And we have only really one option: to proceed with our mission. Foretold by Madame Eva.
Yeah. For now, at least. That's what he said, which we shouldn't trust is that he's waiting for me to come to him.
You believe that?
I don't know what I believe. I know that I hold some sort of influence because he thinks I'm this person.
I don't know either, Illyria. But my confidence with taking anything he says as truth is exceptionally low.
I'm not saying to take it as true. I don't believe him either, but
And for what it's worth, Illyria, I was not spending time with the elves.
sorry.
I'm sorry too. But this sort of revelation is exceptionally draining for me. It is such a strange feeling to have relief and dread at the same time. I might turn in early if it's all the same to you.
Sure, you probably deserve some rest.
Kelvin, you are obviously welcome to join me if you are so inclined, but I will head upstairs to a room prepared for us. Looking over at Erwin and Danica.
They're a little bit stunned after like listening to this whole conversation. But also like giving you a respectful privacy once you hash it out. Irvin is the one who comes to life first, and yes, yes, there's a room with 4 beds upstairs. I can show you.
Hey, no need, Erwin. I'm sure I can find a way. Just tell me the number. I'm sure there are other questions Illyria has for you. She is always so inquisitive.
Well, we only have 3 rooms, so it's the largest one in the middle.
Nix gives a nod, and as he climbs the stairs, he looks down at Illyria and then finally at Asphoda. And with a weak smile, gives a gentle nod and disappears up the stairs.
He gives a gentle nod and a weak smile right back.
Well, that tension, you could cut it with a knife. Woo! I feel like I breathe finally.
I
Says,
think that went well.
says Muriella.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like it. Damn, that sucks, Illyria. I mean, seriously
I don't
sucks.
leave him on his own. If it's alright, I may go join him and
Or
make some sense of this, because I
Calvin?
still am confounded a little bit. What?
Kevin? Would you mind helping me out with something tomorrow?
Gladly, yeah, sure. But I'll go and see Nix now.
Sure,
if that's alright.
check on him.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some shopping tomorrow, and I'd like to take you along.
Alright, yeah. I can help you. Yeah. Alright.
Well, this is Danica.
So,
I'm happy to see that it seems to have worked out.
he probably fucking hates me, but yeah.
Well, I think all of you has been through quite a lot since you've been here. Tends to happen when he gets involved.
So, you
Yes.
guys obviously know a lot about what's going on here, but like, how much do you know about the history of the place and how everything sort of came to be the way it is about this curse?
Me and Irvin focus a bit more on what is rather than what were, if less it has importance to our work. Davian is the one you wanna go and speak to for a history lesson. I can't stand the old man. Quite condescending.
Where can I find him?
Davian runs the Wizard of Wines and Winery.
I guess I'll put that on the places to visit if I can get the others to actually
I
go
don't
there.
know if that's such a good idea. Yeah,
Why is that?
yeah, that place. I flew over there some time ago. Damn. I don't know how we will fix this one. Says,
What's
Marilla.
going on?
The winery has been invaded.
Bye.
Trees and bushes. I say it a little bit in jest to see your expressions, but maybe it was untasteful. They are old folk who live in the wilderness of the Swalish woods. Those who do not form settlements like the Barovians do. Hunter-gatherers who do not conform to any society. Most of them at least seasonally they make their home at Jester Hill. some kind of old religious place. They invaded. The druids of Chester Hill invaded the winery with their twigs and bushes.
Do you think that he's right?
Well, we are in contact with the rest of the Martikov family. We're surveilling the situation. It's not like Vargas would help us, or Kresk would, or Barovia, or Strahd. Kinda on our own with this one. But there are too many to handle. We don't know if it's worth risking our lives over.
And if it's something that we can deal with, obviously, Calvin and Nix should also have a say in it.
Well, be sure about it. It's seems quite dangerous. We would hate to cause your death by this.
I mean, there's one thing I'm good at, it's fighting.
Speaking of dangerous things, the orphanage. What do we think about that? Seems pretty fucked up, right?
Very.
Yes.
And pardon me for being grim, however, if we do resolve the matter, the orphanage, who would take its place? Who would care for the, well, children? Should we try to resolve that the lady who's inflicting wounds upon them?
Irvin shakes his head and says, I cannot see Claudia doing this. I've known her for a very long time, and she may be disciplining the kids maybe a little bit too harshly sometimes, but I could never see her inflict all of this. No, she truly cares about us children.
Perhaps she's being influenced by something on the outside. Influenced, possessed, something like that.
Well, I'm sure if there's something up there, we can figure it out. Well, you guys can. And she just looks over to Asphoda.
Well, we are surveilling the situation with our Raven brethren.
Oh, yeah, no, she's more looking towards Asphoda because let's be honest, Illyria isn't the one doing any investigating.
Speaking of that, that's what she kind of like ponders for a bit. How many miles is the orphanage from here?
Oh no, you walked past it. It was where all the orphans were.
Okay, so it is wholly in range.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
I can
And-
walk from here, maybe.
cool. That said, she is actually gonna now that it's been brought up and everybody has evacuated the area, at least those who don't matter, she is going to take a moment and concentrate, doing a primeval awareness. Before she does, she'll just say, "One moment, don't mind me. I'll only take 10 minutes or the sort. I just need to check up on something." And yeah, she's gonna pop a primeval awareness. See if there's any of my favorite enemy, the undead, towards the location of that orphanage.
Alright. You sit and you focus on that. On that and that and that. Danica says, we're surveilling the situation. We don't know if it's Claudia or somebody else. We need to keep up our roles here, so we can't really do anything about it, and it might be dangerous.
I mean, dangerous is sort of our thing. I'm not entirely sure how aware you are of what we've been up to.
Well, good luck with that. You know, says Mirella, and turns to Illyria. You don't want to be accosted by him, right? Right?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a creep.
Yes, he is.
And he's kind of stalking you like a creep.
Yes, he is.
Then why don't you just go to St. Andros?
Hmm?
Danica and Irvin kind of look at each other, and Irvin says, well, yes, it would be another kind of prison, I guess, but that's definitely up on the table. If that is what you would want, Illyria.
What's that?
Well, the church is hallowed ground.
I'm not spending the rest of my days in a church.
Okay, I mean, but if something would happen, if you run there, they can't come in. No matter
Oh.
how much they gaze at you with their weird looks and ask to be invited in.
I'll keep it in mind.
Alright, just saying.
Hey, I mean, it's kind of a weird thing, and I don't know, I just keep asking whenever I feel it is safe to do so. But you guys haven't ever, like, heard about anybody named Tatiana.
I furrow their brows, and Irvin and Mirla shakes their head, and Danica says, it rings a very faint bell, but that bell rings in the voice of Davian Martikov, and it makes me shudder and not want to think about it.
Fair enough. I mean, I was never one for history lessons either.
Believe me, I would be, but he is. Anyway, you will have maybe the pleasure of meeting him yourself.
I hope so. Well, since I'm... Is there any truth to that, like, memory thing in Crest?
There have been some stories about it. About Pond of Memories, but it seems to sometimes work and not other times not. It seems we have investigated for quite some time the Keepers of the Feather. It seems to us that it used to be much more powerful, but the curse has been eating it away, and now it's just sputtering out these last bits of magic whenever it pleases.
I'll go with talking to what's his name again first before I try some weird like magic puddle, but
Well, maybe it's worth a try, says Danica. But Kresk is ways away from here. But if you're traveling towards the Wizards of Wine, it's definitely in that direction.
that's good to know. It's mostly it has been on our radar for a little while.
Yes, it's on everybody's radar.
Well,
The wine is missing.
has been, well, I meant press, the Pond of Memories has been mentioned to me a few times at this point.
Not everybody knows of it. Interesting.
Well, actually, it's only just 2 people that I believed were 3 people.
As for that, let's do your primeval awareness.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. 10 kilometers radius, damn. Okay. So, let's go to the map so we get a bit of a better overview of what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are right there, right now.
Mm-hmm.
You sense how many of you is in the range, the general direction, as well as the distance in kilometers from you. If you have several favorites, use this and learn about them separately. One user primary. Okay. So you focused your attention first in the direction of the orphanage and Saint Andrels.
Mm-hmm.
And you do not sense any undead in that direction. In comparison to Barovia's, the church in the village of Barovia, where you did sense undead underground, here you sense none.
Are there like any presence of undead within like Valaki then?
Yes. There are. Wait, I need to.
Well,
I
we
wasn't
know of at
prepared.
least a few cat-shaped ones.
Yeah.
Yes. You do sense some minor undead in this direction here. And then you also sense 6 presence of undead in this direction over here.
6.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
And on the very, very peripheral of your 10 kilometers, there are a massive amount of undead in to the east.
Ooh. Like, what do you mean, like massive? Like hordes?
Yes. So
Okay.
many that
So
you don't have the time to count them.
this area is like 6-ish. This area, I'm with cat.
Mm-hmm.
And over here is horde. Oh, okay. Woohoo! gotcha.
Fun
So-
times. So you come out of it with this knowledge.
Hmm. And she's just kind of like, you can see like a bead of sweat kind of falls down the sides of her head before like slowly getting frosty. Just kind of like wipes it away. Um, and she turns to the crew there. Would any one of you, explain to me why there is a horde of undead east of Valaki and six in that around that area where, what is it, where the bard has parked his cart?
They like immediately like sit up in the chairs and looks towards you with a surprised look on their faces. What?
Okay, I'll take it as you were completely unaware. But there are, I repeat, 6 undead within the walls of Valaki that are around the area of where that bard has parked his cart, and a horde, a massive horde of them east of Valaki.
Mariella, would you please take a few of the ravens with you? Maybe a pretty large amount of them and go search in that direction, please. Yeah, sure, Danica. I will do that. I will do that now. Yes. She looks very scared.
Stay
And very
safe.
unnerved. Yeah, you guys too. I'll be back as soon as I can. And she there's some sounds of ravens cawing outside, and a massive amount of them like leaving the roof, cawing into the night. A horde. A horde. Sometimes he moves some of them around, but like this. What is he planning to do?
And I don't think the 6 within that open area that's also towards the east is coincidental.
No. No, this is news to us too.
I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him.
This is
Oh. You don't happen to have weapons or armor, specifically armor, stashed around here, do you?
Shit.
not really. We're trying to keep up pretenses. Not give anybody a reason to come and raid.
I mean, we might be able to convince the burgomaster of something tomorrow.
But
No, I was more saying that in the case it's happening tonight.
I know I should be fine, at least for Blade.
but we can help with funds. That we can do. If that is what you need. But we do not have a secret armory here, if that is what you ask.
Well, if anything is about to happen, we need to convince somebody quickly to allow us access to our weapons and armor.
Whatever you can do to convince Vargas that he can trust you, that might rest.
In-
But be careful. The Vargas and his guards and the Reformation Center.
There's something going on there as well that we.
Yes. And then we have a bitch, Lady Fiona Vakter. Danica, I know you're stressed, but there is no need to be using such foul language. I
I'm
know.
curious.
Sorry.
The burgomaster seemed to have a problem with her too.
She has a lot of loyalty in the town. And we have reason to believe that she obviously knows magic. She has some backing of some other entity as well. That's what our ravens have been able to see. But the guards shoot us down if we come too close to her mansion.
I guess that would make me feel a lot less bad about investigating her place sometime.
Also quite dangerous, but you do what you must.
If we do, we might be able to get Burgomaster on our side. Also kind of a fucking asshole, but excuse my language.
Ladies, no matter how dire the situation is, we should not lose our respect and our tongues. Come here. Let's have some ale. You too, Dragonborn. After all of this, I think we deserve it.
That sounds like a plan.
Indeed. And she'll pick up her barrel and move it here.
I was a little worried after you sent everybody away because I only intended on getting on just forgetting that whole situation and getting really fucking drunk.
Well, then we're two. Erwin, you take the watch tonight. And he like grunts to himself and tries to look disappointed, but he's pretty okay with it. Okie dokie. In the meantime,
Who listen upstairs?
Oh boy!
yep.
Yeah.
Ahoy!
Look, I see the outhouse. The hole in the ground, essentially.
You can see from the second floor.
It's pretty nice, not gonna lie.
People on the second floor, people bathing.
How
it goes,
people
right?
peeing.
Here we go.
Comes with a special prize.
The price to pay for salvation.
What kind of salvation is that?
Well, you need to relieve yourself somehow, right? You can't hold all that poo-poo in there forever.
For fuck's sake.
The door is here, I presume.
Yes.
Okay.
So you actually went outside here. Let me guys show you. On the other side is a private hallway. It seems like. Whilst over here, it's like all the guest rooms, and here you got your This the stairs that lead up there to this hallway here.
Okay.
And you walk across it. You got the key to this door here by Irvin, so you can close it. And you're inside here right now.
All right, and the balcony looks down and onto the lower floor from the
Yes.
hallway.
Yes.
Gotcha. So you can see Illyria and that sort of.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we're in here to see if you guys wanna RP something or if you just go to bed.
Well, at the point of when Kelvin follows up and approaches the door, I don't know. It's possible that you would hear some weeping within the room.
Oh, so we like this right now. Yes.
Next.
Yes, Kelvin. The door is unlocked.
Okay. He's gonna enter in. You right? Obviously not, but still better to ask.
I'll be fine, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I feel, Kelvin. It is not my expectation to feel these things. I was just surprised.
If you want, I can sit down and talk you through it. I don't know. Just something, mate.
I do want
Hurts
to
me see
say,
it like this.
I do want to apologize to you, Kelvin. Whilst I had every intention of telling you what I knew, let's be honest, my friend, you are not the tightest-lipped.
That I can agree with. And
Plus,
I completely understand not telling me anyway. It's
I tried
yeah.
to, at least as best I could. I had hoped that maybe you would have understood that when I was going over this silly gnomish story.
I think I understood something else.
I didn't know what to do. He found me stashed away in his cart, hiding, pretending to be a stowaway, and I came upon his casket in the back of the cart.
Oh. He had it in the back of his cart.
Yes. Underneath the iron.
The guards didn't see it.
Ultimately, it's just a box of dirt. What difference does it make if a guard sees a box of dirt?
Guess you're right.
But I want you to know what I smelled, which it seems a weird statement to say to you. But you, with your nose of everything spore-like and with your affinity with the swamp, I did draw on some of your inspiration and likened the smell of his casket to be that of rich, earthy, musky smell.
So not what the rest of this place is.
Not particularly, I don't suppose. It seemed more like a clean earth, I suppose. Not moist in any way. So there's that. But I have this weird feeling within me. It's like sense of relief at the same time desperation, and like all these emotions. Like Illyria probably hates me, and all this animosity back and forth and tension and accusation, and at the heart of it, I was just trying to protect people I know, just like I've been trying to protect the rest of you.
Mix. No one blames you. We just might not have understand the situation, but now that Illyria, well, you know, she sees why, you know, I think she understands completely, but, you know, it's a bit to get over. I get that's a bit to get over for you as well, with how much you must be feeling.
Yes, it's a bit to get over. You do have a way of words.
What can I say? I know how to speak.
That you do, my friend. You always seem to bring a smile to my face, even in the desperate of times, don't you?
I could say the exact same for you, but you do it a hell of a lot better. You've always
We-
got that charm and charisma.
We each have our strengths, my friend. I don't know, how was it done there? I mean, I left, I didn't know what else to say. I felt really, I don't know, exposed.
You did nothing wrong, and though you may feel exposed, well, you didn't mean for any of this, so nobody can blame you. Even if, you know, you feel like, oh, now everyone knows things, and now you feel so bad about them, and you've got so many conflicting feelings. Everyone here is a friend, you know?
That you are.
I definitely am, hopefully.
Of course. But something has been weighing on my mind even as I've been pondering it, keeping this to myself and trying to figure out a plan one way or another. How am I going to protect you should this happen again? And I meant what I said about having a safe word downstairs. So I want you to tell
Protect me?
Well,
You protected me?
protect each other. As in, I don't
Yeah.
want to run into the same situation where Strad pretends to be you, you come to me, stab me in the back, whatever. I don't want a blade in my back. I just trying to, and I assume you don't want a bolt of magic energy up your back either. So, I just have, I
had
just
to hurt.
it.
But-
Maybe this is something we can do. I want you to tell me, what is your favorite mushroom?
It's a hard one. I like
know.
the spotted red caps so much, but the blue ones are just But the brown ones as well, just
Okay,
you're
easy,
making me have
easy.
to pick a hard choice.
I want you to pick one just for the sake of knowing that if I ever ask you the same question in the future, I would expect the same answer.
How about a completely random one then?
You tell me, Mr. Mushroom Boy.
Purple glow shroom.
A purple glow shroom. And Nix will write that down in his book.
Just don't eat them. You might have some weird side effects, like your skin going a bit
Sorry, I got
glowy.
the door. Oh, gotta be right back. Sorry.
Ooh, exciting. Alright. I think that is a wonderful opportunity to take a short break.
All right.
Okay.
And then start when we come back with a new day, a new life, new dawn. And I'm
Don't make this like a High School
feeling
Musical
good.
song.
Randomizer, hello, hello random. How you do? How you feel? If we'll be able to play some Apex, maybe in hey, 2 hours. Until that out of my mind. Oh no, you playing Overwatch? Was Hanso a class?
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm back. I'm
no.
back. I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
We decided to take a break. It's
Okay.
fine.
So, you had the time. to like breathe. Was there more to that conversation there, or?
I was gonna ask, Kelvin for the response.
Oh.
You know,
Okay. Then
what would
let's
he
finish
ask
that.
of Nyx?
You two finish that, and then you go on a break.
Okay. So it will be a purple glow shroom
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
for Nyx. For
Alright.
Nyx to determine Kelvin to be the real Kelvin.
Yeah. Not an imposter.
Indeed.
What about you? Like, what your favorite color is?
Maybe. I mean, we've been together for a while. Color seems a little bit easy. He says, gesturing to the majority of his purple attire.
Yeah, but you could say it's something else. Yeah. Yeah. What? What should I ask you then?
Well, I don't know. I think that you should come up with that question because it's going to be the thing that you have to remember. If I tell you something, you could easily forget it.
Huh. That does sound like me, yeah.
Oh.
Hmm. What's your favorite spell? If that's not up to taste, then I've got to say I'm not that good at creating these.
It's funny. It's How about this? I'm struggling to try and figure out what exactly. How about you think about it? You have a think. You come back to me. We have time, at least I believe now.
Yeah.
And I wish to do this for everyone. And maybe it doesn't have to be the same information, because it's information relevant to you. I will ask you a question in the future, Kelvin, asking you what your favorite mushroom is, and I'd expect you to say purple glowshroom.
Mm-hmm.
The question that you ask, Asphodel, that I ask for Asphodel, might be different too.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest, yeah.
Have a think. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts, and I don't know. I didn't want to let the girl see me cry.
Is that a thing of you and your pride?
It's probably yes.
I'm sure that they won't judge you too much if you do, but it's always your choice, and I'm always here to help you however I can, mate.
Yes, you're always there, aren't you, Kelvin? And he puts his
Mhm.
hand on his shoulder and gives him guidance. You'll be there for everyone, I'm sure.
You especially. And he's going to put his hand on your shoulder and say guidance.
Nice. And scene.
Nice. All right, you two take a break. Refill your glasses. Do some stretches.
Finally.
Okie dokie. Hope, chat, that you're having a good time. Silent. I can now officially say hi to you in voice. Hope you are okay. And everybody else who is lurking. We're playing Curse Strahd, but it's been slightly modified, and we're playing in the system and setting of Frostmark, which is a D&D overhaul RPG that I've been working on for over 2 years now. If you find it interesting or have any questions, just paste them in the chat, and either me or my moderator Adrian can answer them.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So only Juwelier is back? No, Judy?
No, me.
You
Over
too?
here.
Oh,
Okay, then we're waiting for Adriano. I don't know why I
Been
like to say
here.
I'm
that.
eating something.
oh, okay.
Okay, okay. Don't worry about it.
I actually left a little bit later because, like, halfway through, I decided that I want chocolate milk.
Fair.
Yo, Choco Milk.
I'm an adult, I swear.
Nothing wrong with being an adult and having Choco Milk.
Hell yeah!
I
Chocolate
know,
milk is so
I'm
good.
joking, but oh my god, I remember, like, we used to go to this, like, campsite, like, big campsite in Italy,
Yeah.
like, every year, and they had this store where you could, buy, like, stuff that you need,
Mhm.
like, at the entrance, like, a little sort of, like, grocery store. And they had those big sort of like thingies of chocolate milk, and I just absolutely loved that when I was a child.
Chocky Milk
Aw.
is just godly.
Chai latte is also so good. Alright though. Alright though. Okay. Let's start it up again. We have been gathered down here. Um no, both of you are still asleep. No, the tavern of the inn is not open for breakfast.
Oh.
So let's bring in also. Yeah, right, you're over there, and we also have Kevin. You deleted yourself.
Mhm.
How could you? There you go. All right. So, in one way or the other, in some not drunk, others some drunk, you find yourself in your beds. And you had a long rest that was undisturbed. And you meet down here in the empty inn in the morning, with no sight of Danica or Erwin or Victavio.
I'm gonna say, so I don't have to roll hit dice, that Nyx will just do some bedtime stories with Calvin. That would be prayers of healing.
Alright.
Because he got shocked.
Right, yeah.
Nick got a hurry boy.
Nickname!
Actually, thinking about it, we didn't roll on the injuries because it was over half my health.
Right. It was. Do you want to do it now, just for funsies?
Ooh.
Just for funsies? Sure.
Just for funsies. Totally
Just for
not him
funsies that
becoming
won't
cripple.
stick at all.
Yeah. Nyx loses a limb.
Vitality.
His whole face.
Vitality.
No, that's like the
throw.
best part of it.
Vitality save.
Yep, yep, yep.
Ooh.
Oh, you make it. No worries.
No injury? Oh, okay, good. Just shocked. What? What was that?
It's a DC 10, so
Oh.
no worries.
Yeah. You're all aware of this, yes? This rule?
Yes, the
Yeah.
injuries thing, yeah.
There were some changes that I totally have in mind right now.
Well, flanking changed, and healing changed, as in you spend HD on long rests after you regained your HD for the day. And you must have somebody who has a healer's kit and at least one rank in medicine to heal during a short rest.
Or someone to tell you a bedtime story.
Yes, a prayer healing also works.
Well, who did you tell bedtime stories to?
To Calvin.
Yeah, so,
Alright. You're in the empty tavern. What do you want to do?
Get some breakfast. Start the day.
Pocket bacon. Well, Nyx will, since he had an early night, I suppose, and Illyria had a very late night, he will leave them snoring. Get up early, and see if Danica or Erwin is available. Like, are they downstairs, or is it like a ghost town?
It's a ghost town.
No one whatsoever. Interesting.
Well, I mean, there's the ravens you can hear.
Right. Then I'll just wait for the rest of the party until they come down, I suppose.
Okay. And I think the rest of the party make their way downstairs maybe like an hour later or so. Everybody's gathered. There is on top of the bar some like morning water, and there's some like crackers and cheese.
Okay. Yep. I'll leave some, and I'll even put some in my pockets.
Pocket cracker.
Pocket crackers. Yeah.
Pocket cracker.
For later.
Ooh.
But as they come down, he will like address Asphoda
Mm-hmm.
predominantly, I suppose first, and he'll say, "Good morning. Apologies for my early departure. I felt it best fitting for me to allow the air to clear."
Good morning, Nyx. And don't worry about it. It's quite understandable.
I was wondering after I left you, did the topic of Annabelle come up at all? With Irvin and Danica, they seem to be able to know things about Berlaki, and since we are looking for of the tiefling girl. I was wondering if that ever came up.
It hadn't. Actually, something else came up.
Oh.
The topic of the orphanage was brought up, and about how the kids there were being harmed. So I thought to seek if it could be any undead influence. I didn't get any sense of undead there at all. Instead, wouldn't you believe it? There are 6, besides, cats and whatnot, there are 6 undead within the walls of Valaki, round the area where our minstrel bard parked his cart, and towards the east is a whole horde outside the gates. Past the gates, actually.
Like just on the other side of the gates?
Just like on the other side, just the entire east side swarming. Full to the brim. Horde.
Should we go check?
They sent a mass of ravens led by one of them. Blue feathers, actually. And to check it out, I haven't received word about it since. But I apologize. The topic of Annabelle wasn't brought up. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, news of a horde of undead creatures. Or tiefling girl. I know which one I would pick to talk about. The girl, obviously.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But how often can you sense these creatures?
Can you
Is it
repeat that?
How often can you sense these creatures? This ability of yours to be able to reach out and discover where the nasty lives. How often can you do this? Can you do this just every single, whenever you want, or?
Yes. Whenever I want. It only takes 10 minutes. Just a good amount of concentration.
Then you recommend you have some crackers and some cheese and think about things that are undead and figure out if they are beyond the borders of Valaki. If they've moved, are we in danger? And Nyx kind of like wraps his coat around himself, is like looking out the window of the inn.
Now that you mention it, I can just do it again. Oh, and above the table, I misinterpreted it. I saw it's actually just an uninterrupted minute, not 10. I just saw the number 10 next and above it minute, and my brain is like, yes, 10 minutes, not 10 kilometers, 10 minutes.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's just a minute. She'll take a minute to do another primeval awareness just to see, alright, where are these undead going? What's
Right.
happening?
You take a minute. Send out your senses. And from what you sensed yesterday, nothing has changed.
Alright. She looks over at Nyx. Nothing has changed. They've remained put.
Whew, that's good news. It's something to be concerned about, though, yes?
Certainly. I would, especially with the whole, kind of looks around this empty tavern, make sure nobody who shouldn't be hears this. Especially since everything is fine in Valaki.
Clicking sound against the window pane can be heard as a black raven has landed on the windowsill outside. In its mouth, a piece of parchment, and it clicks on the window.
As for this going on.
Illyria. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Everyone goes for the
Both
window.
of you. You look at each other awkwardly. No, after you. After you. After you.
Oh, please.
She's going. She's going to crane her neck up in this window.
Mm-hmm. And the raven spits out a piece of paper that like lands on the table here. It turns towards Kelvin and go, "Caw!" And you swear, Kelvin, that you hear shiny in that caw.
Oh, fuck off!
And then it like flies away.
Okay, she's
Did it
gonna.
have to be that fucking bird?
You pick
Maybe.
up the.
Yeah, she'll pick it up.
Right. What you read is you're finally awake, huh? D and you wanted me to tell you that there's like a fuck ton of them just dormant in the forest. We don't know what's happening. /M.
Well then, an update on the horde. They're dormant in the forest. They don't know why they're there. They're just dormant in the forest.
That's not concerning at all.
Certainly not. It's just like one wrong move or some magic word. Who knows? Could wake them all up and start trampling on the gates of Valaki.
But since they're dormant, what of the ones within the gates that you mentioned?
The letter never stated.
Then if they are dealing with checking out this horde, might we, since we are probably doing some more exploring around Valaki, would that not be a direction we would head?
Certainly, who knows? Maybe something like that has something to do with Annabelle. Who knows? I don't know.
Why do you think Annabelle will be around undead?
I don't know. Considering this how the story went, she just upped and vanished as if out of thin air. Who knows? Maybe something from the ground reached up and grabbed her and dragged her under, and God knows where that led.
Well, since there's no one around here to ask, and I don't know if Kelvin is all the way up to it to talk to another raven. It's
I
it's a
think we
lead.
should just try to find Donna and Irwin again.
That too, just for them.
Who is the letter from?
Mariella. My raven friend.
Oh, I see.
The one Calvin shot.
So I just heard that it was signed in U and D. But if not, GM.
Yeah, it was signed M.
Oh, M. Sorry. Okay.
M.
Well, if they are all busy, I mean, do you have any other suggestions, Illyria, in terms of what we should do? But it's certainly a lead.
As far as this town goes, we should probably figure out what's up with those undead.
It might put us in a favorable light with the Burgomaster.
I don't know about that one. I'm certain that if he hears any word of it, he's about to, how to say, tear at the seams.
Right. Okay.
I also still think if we manage to find the time, we should go and ask Father Lucian about.
That is on my. I have mine too, Illyria. Father Lucian seems to be a crossroads for several things.
Yeah, you guys have places of interest. Is the church, the orphanage, these undead, and Vakter.
So, what are we gonna do?
As well as several shops.
I know we have several choices.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We don't have to necessarily roleplay the choice decision making.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't need to. If you don't want.
What would we like to do, everybody?
I don't know. I mean, like the undead situation and the orphanage and the Bhakta thing seem like the more urgent ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we know
Yeah.
that there's something like shady going on with her, but we don't have any more information.
True. Other than, you know, she's power hungry and her children have lost a cat that's been turned into an undead one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially.
I'm happy to go down to see what's up with the undead. It seems like it'd be the most
Yeah, that
poignant,
seems
Yeah.
like the more urgent one.
just in case they rise up and start
I
slaying things.
also think
Yeah.
we might like try to look out if we can find Owen and Danica again and maybe ask about what's her name, Annabelle?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
Arabelle.
agree.
Arabelle. I'm great with names.
No worries. You do find most names in the handouts or in the NPC list that I've revealed to you guys.
It's also in the episode recap.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but you also wanted to do some shopping, right?
I think the other things are more important.
Okay, then we're going to check out the undead with some unarmed people and one spellcaster.
Well, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, half caster.
This is excellent. Nothing bad can go wrong, y'all. Nothing bad.
Just hit him with like a bench or something. Just like, who needs a
Like-
sword?
Okay, if a
I've
guard
got
comes
this
by,
shitty ladle.
if
You
a
got a
guard,
ladle, magic
I got
ladle.
a shitty one. It's no any good.
I
We
mean,
could try to ask the burgomaster about weapons.
I think he's a
No.
bit of a cuck to let us have them.
he's not gonna like enjoy that. If anything, if a guard comes by holding a spear, Asphoda's about to yank that sucker off and show him how a real spearmaster does it.
Don't kill them, please. I'm all down for beating the shit out of people who deserve it, but I kind of don't want to get kicked out.
Oh no, she's just gonna like if she's like undead is in front of her, and a guard comes by, she taking that spear. We all know who that spear is in the better hands of.
Yeah.
Asphoda.
I'm gonna take a blow from someone if I see him have it as well.
Exactly.
I can just, I don't know. It's not supposed to look like what it looked like, I think, but I can summon that blade again. Maybe.
The Shadowblade.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Well, we're not completely unarmed then.
We're not fucked. Yet.
No.
I mean, I don't have my armor, but I'm still pretty quick. So.
Yeah, he could be ranged, and Asphoda can be a wall. Meat wall.
Isn't Asphoda always a wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're off to not see the wizard, but see the undead.
We'll have to see that. No.
Yeah.
The wonderful witchy bitch.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's the weather today? Let us check. Hello.
We're gonna get like a full
It's gonna be sunny, right?
like forecast.
Balmy.
Yeah, nice and sunny.
This could be freaking misty because it's always misty.
How is it written in? It's so irritating that I always need to. It's written in Fahrenheit. I have like a weather calendar for probably a lot.
Of course, the god knows the weather.
Alright. At highest today, it will be 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and at coldest, it will be 34 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius. With a steady wind of 6 mph.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's change that to
So it's British weather.
3
Again.
meters.
British, mate.
It's
Welcome to Britain.
well Britain.
Is this whole
convinced
thing just a metaphor for Britain and how shit it is here?
It's just Britain.
This place is just fucking Britain.
And it is indeed misty.
You're not allowed to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
And it's misty, yeah.
Yeah. One to 2
Nobody
degrees
fucking
and
likes
misty.
it here, you know.
Just
We're
a
all
very-
just like walking husks, just like all the harbors.
Yeah.
It's always misty in Britain.
I have to say, we don't put children in pie, hopefully.
And you do.
Not that you know. Greg's.
Not that we know.
Have you ever
Worship.
heard
That's why I
of
said
Sweeney
hopefully.
Todd?
And you worship the undead queen that rule you all.
Excuse me, have you ever
Yes,
heard of
never
Sweeney
the
Todd?
undying queen.
Oh, praise the queen.
Hey, wee woo.
Yeah.
Excuse me, have you ever heard of Sweeney Todd?
Oh.
Oh god.
That's such a good. Oh, fuck's sake.
There we go. Okay. Let's move over there. I like these bright pink notifications here.
Mhm.
6.
Do a skull.
I don't have enough
Aye.
fingers for that.
You leave the very quiet inn, and a few ravens caw at you, almost like they're bidding you good morning. And
Kelvin's gonna narrow his eyes at them.
how dare they say good morning to me?
Fucking ravens.
And oh god, the skull over there. And you head down the central road back to the Arasek stockyard. In here there are some storage facilities. There's a few houses where people live. There's also the cannibal wagon. There's the Arasek stockyard shop. And the coffin maker's shop.
I suppose it comes down to where
Yeah.
Ashwood's primeval awareness triggers.
Yeah. Like right there. Somewhere there.
How?
Can she, I think if she takes another minute, can she like, know better where here they are?
The general direction as well as distance in kilometers from you. So, you cannot know the distance because it's within 1 kilometer. So it's less than 1 kilometer.
Mhm.
And if you guys are like, standing over here, looking in at this whole thing, it seems to be coming from this direction over here, like in this line.
Okay. Alright, now she'll explain. Even past the wall?
When you were inside of the I would say that your primeval awareness is telling you it's before the wall.
Okay, before the wall.
Yeah.
So it's just like here.
Yeah, and that's the
Okay.
carnival wagon. Red here.
Oh, and the carnival wagon is in its path too. Ooh, okay. Okay, she'll explain to the party. Well, the six seem to be a bit spread out from here to between here and the gate. And she point in the direction, being this away or that away.
That way.
Can you be more specific as for that? Maybe if we get closer.
Yes. Perhaps if we just, walked in the middle of it, perhaps I can discern how many on either side of us. I can't detect them. I can't pinpoint certain exact where they are exactly. Just generally within a very, very large distance.
But you gestured to like several buildings as well as the Bud's cot right there.
Yes. It's just that entire space from here past the bard's cart all the way to the southern gate. Just all of that space. The six, somewhere amongst them.
Okay, well, perhaps if we, like you said, get to the middle somewhere, like maybe here, like here-ish. And then if it's backwards, then we know it's maybe the cart. If it's forwards, at least, or maybe we'll get a more accurate general
Yeah,
direction.
good thing of where placement wise. Okay, she'll definitely lead them in between, in the middle of the distance, like right here, and then pop another one.
Okay. Now it's telling you that it's very close and in this direction.
Okay.
Was it there before? Did it move?
No,
Oh.
well, if you're standing over here, if you're standing, over there, like not like exact, like 24 minutes over this longitude. It's like it was like in this direction over here, and then you guys stood over here,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's telling
Like,
you that it's in like in this direction.
okay, here's pointing directions. Okay. She, yeah, that house I see. Okay, the red house. Um, she'll look perplexed, and then she'll begin to walk, closer towards that direction. She's feeling kind of like past, like behind the red house. That's a red colored house.
All right,
Yeah,
you're just standing there, and then you're sensing once more.
yeah, like right here, specifically.
All right, then you're sensing it's in this direction here. Oh, this
As
direction.
there's like a freaking GPS sensor.
Yeah,
As for that is Dragonborn GPS.
the dragonborn tuning fork. The undead tuning fork. Yeah, she okay, so it's right here. And then she's gonna confirm one more time by popping one right here in front of this house.
All right.
Triangulation.
You sense it's in this direction.
What's this house even say? What is this house? that
It
you stand
says,
before?
it's called Coffins, by uh, by by Wort.
Oh, it's like a mortuary.
Yeah. Asphodel will, turn to the party, say, well, they're all in there.
It's an established business, right? Coffins by board. So presumably there's a entrance, like a shop front.
Hmm.
There we go.
Super zoomed in.
Yeah, for some reason.
Well,
it was
that
super
doesn't
s-
look spooky at all.
Yeah.
It's
There's nothing special.
it's like, oh
I
yeah,
don't like this place. I want to go
this creepy
home.
ass building with coffins outside. Yes, maybe it's this. I just want to double check twice more.
It's probably be super scary. Somebody having tea inside. Yeah.
It's like an undead squirrel or something.
Just a whole bunch of fucking undead squirrels.
Uh, yes. There's like a door that leads into.
Yeah.
No undead here, guys. Not at all. Not suspicious. Don't come in. Whatever you do, though.
Yeah. Oh, does Asphodel have the knowledge? Like, do vampires sleep in coffins? Like that trope?
Yes.
Nick's knows this too.
Yes. What you know, Asphodel, is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a coffin. It's just that it's protects them against sunlight. What they do need is dirt or some kind of material from the place that they died whenever they need to regenerate. And coffins, just having that in the coffin and then closing the lid, yes, it's pretty easy. That's why a lot of vampires do that, but they don't have to.
Gotcha. Like there could be vamps in there or ghouls. Who knows? It's coffins. Anything is possible with coffins. All right.
You mean forever boxes?
Business.
Yes, it's. Look at it. It's quite intact.
Absolutely. I mean, business is booming
Everything's fine.
Just
in Valaki.
say our measurements taken for instance, just in case.
Instruments like what? Like stakes?
What?
Like wooden stakes. I don't know what you mean by instruments.
Who said
Wait.
something about instruments?
No,
You
his
did.
measurements.
Oh, measurements. I had instruments. I was like instruments. Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Let's shall we see if anybody's home and ask for that? You lead the
yeah.
way. Touches her on the shoulder with guidance.
Well then,
Takes 2 steps back away from her.
you know what? That's understandable. She'll go up to the door. How high is the door frame below her?
How high is the below her? I mean, as you can see in the picture, that is kind of what you meet. So
Okay.
the door is maybe 2.3 meters, maybe something like that.
Okay, so gotcha. Her the door is like 2.3 meters. Like she's above it. Yeah, she's 2.9, so she's like 0.6 m above.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll knock.
All right, you knock on the door. The sound echoes into the building, but it lies dark and empty.
Hello, anybody there? No? Are there any hours? when are they open?
Not on the door. There's just the sign, and basically nothing else.
Okay. she's gonna like crane her neck down to peer into the little slots on the door.
Mhm.
Can she see anything?
Oh yes, it seems to be a storage room, full of coffins, and it's dark.
Oh, then it's just seems to be a lot of coffins in there. A whole room full of them.
No one else at home?
Nobody's responding. No, I don't see anybody.
When you were doing your extra sensey hocus pocus thing for the undead, were they moving at all? Could you tell that?
Did they move like within? Did they ever move, Bexy, within that area, or did they just kind of stay in place?
They stayed in place.
All right. She shakes her head. No, they didn't move at all.
So what we could be looking at is a reputable business of whom has received the coffins with people in them, and they don't know that there may be undead in there. So it is now up to us to rescue and save the day.
You know what? That sounds good. That sounds good. When she looks like around, are there any guards nearby? Anybody watching us?
In the make me a perception intelligence.
Ahoy! Hey, 19.
19. Yes. There are a like 4 guards that are like lounging around in this area. Standing like beside one of the storage facilities, and sometimes they turn their heads towards you guys.
But it's not like
Okay.
we're breaking in, right? We're just like
Yeah,
gonna
we're
go
just
talk to them.
We're just checking out the local coffin shop.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
Is there a child-sized one for Cal?
Coffin shop? We thought it was the coffee shop. Our
yeah.
mistake.
Oh, yeah, the coffee shop with the coffins on it.
I just wanted myself a nice hot brew, you know?
I'll see myself out, okay.
Okay, she's just gonna like scratch her head as she thinks of an excuse.
Alright.
Why would she be here?
Yeah. You tell me.
Guys, what's our excuse?
We're lost tourists.
We recognize the mortality of our own existence and we want to prepare.
That's
That
very
sounds
dark.
too fucking
but-
dark, yeah. But it sounds like up this fucking town's alley, so it would make sense.
Actually, if you say that, we might end up in his whatever it is.
What? Getting ourselves measured or something.
Oh no, like if you sound too gloomy and suicidal, we might just end up in a...
It's more nihilistic than suicidal.
Okay,
Aware of our...
but keep in mind, all is well in Valaki.
All is well in Velocity.
all
we're
is not
just-
well in
we're-
my head, no.
Just being well prepared.
Yes, okay, I got it. She's got it. Okay.
Awesome.
She's gonna go up to the nearest guard
Uh-huh.
and ask, excuse me, sir.
Kind of stand straight when they see you approach. And like 4 pretty blank faces turn your way.
Yes, hello. I was wondering, is the coffin shop open? Nobody's responding inside.
They look towards each other, Then one of them responds, Hendrik is usually home. He doesn't leave his home that much. It's not there.
No, I've knocked a couple of times, waited, but nothing.
They shake their shoulders. Maybe he had business at the markets.
If he has business in the markets, do you have any idea when he may be back? Or did anybody see him just leave for the market?
Nah. We just arrived.
I see. Well then. I'll check back with him later. Thank you.
They nod. They don't move. Just continue watching you guys.
Kelvin, I don't know if that's for the check the door. Just is it unlocked? It's a shop after all. We just walk in. Go check the door, Kelvin.
He's gonna look at you like slightly suspicious, but he trusts you enough to go over and try the door. He understands that you don't want to open doors now because you nearly got fucking killed by the last one.
He is totally not suspicious of any door whatsoever.
No, now like phobia of door handles. Do we?
Look, it's okay. You can talk to us about it.
D&D is basically therapy. You can talk to us. Yeah, he's gonna try the door.
You try the door and it's locked. It doesn't seem to
What
be
kind of lock is it?
It doesn't seem to be the hardest to pick if you have Fiestos. It's big and clunky. Means
Yeah.
it's ample space for your tools.
It's
We're
more about-
also watched, though.
Hmm.
Actually,
I
does any of us know how to use thieves' tools?
I don't even have any, and if I did, I'd
Yes.
have to pay for them, wouldn't I? Because fucking the
Nix,
tax here.
Nix does because he's all sneaky Vistani.
Mm.
He's not that good at them, but he
Hey,
has
it's the thought
them
that
and he can
counts.
use them.
I mean, that's good because Illyria can't.
Well, I'm glad one of us does, but still, yes, we're still being watched. Unless you guys want to do a distraction, or somehow get the guards to go away by making a noise elsewhere. That's your call. But Nix has to stay
Oh
here
god,
with the
do we
dreaded
just
door.
do we just throw a stone or something like a stealth game?
No.
Yes, that
Huh,
would definitely.
what's
have
that?
to-
Walks over to the sound.
Oh, it must be the wind. We have to set the orphanage on fire or something.
What?
I mean, a Kelvin.
Wait, is that too extreme?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Fire is fun.
Behind you guys, you hear the sound of a cart being pushed, and a oh god, there you go.
A god appears?
No, accidentally. I was in the wrong layer. And a pretty older gentleman with a big frown on his lips and shadows underneath his eyes pull up and stop by you guys. What are you doing here? Why are you outside my door? What do you want?
A coffin?
Drugs. Nope.
As I just looked at Kelvin, just like quirks up with a corked brow.
Slip of the tongue.
Oh, and the guy's name was like Hendrix?
Uh,
Hendrickson?
They call them Hendrik, yes, and on the
Hendrik.
doors is coffins by Wort.
Okay, Hendrik Vort. Ooh, okay. Maybe Hendrik Vort. She'll look at him and say, "Oh, my apologies. I excuse my companions here, but We are here to have coffins, specifically mine, in the case that something happens to me.
He pulls the cart to the side of the building and kind of plops it down. It has like this cloth cover on top of it, and he stands up straight, looks at all of you with like squinting, suspicious eyes, and says, "I'm busy. There's no coffins. Now leave."
She looks at the coffins at the front. No coffins.
None for you. Goodbye. Kind of pushes past you, goes up to stand
We can.
at the door.
I'm sure we can pay handsomely.
I don't need your money. Goodbye.
No, hang on a minute. This lady has very kindly asked you for your wares, and you just shrug her off like this when we have coin to spend.
He opens the door and pushes it open a bit and turns around with his head and says, "Do you guys want me to call over the guards? 'Cause I will. I said leave."
Illyria gets. Oh god, this is gonna.
Nyx goes, why don't you do just that? I mean, of course it would be wonderful to explain to the guards why you're just turning away paying customers from a business. Nothing suspicious here, right? And he winks.
He squints his eyes. Make me. Was this more of a manipulation or a deception? No, a presence.
He's not using so many words as much as he is just doing, I guess, more body language with.
Right. Let's do presence, persuasion, because I'm sure you are going to go through with this threat, or are you not?
Well, that's what he's doing. So
Alright.
I mean, he wasn't that one. Oh my god.
Oh
no.
We have a +11. What the fuck?
Now you notice.
I'm blind. I mean, my character isn't, but I am.
And he
Illyria
says
was about to grab him and sort of like say something along the lines. It would be too bad if like somebody found out what you're really doing. Just the count is helping.
This happens afterwards. It's about to like
Okay.
answer Nyx with like continuing like squinting eyes and like hostility, and then you step forward and like grab him and say,
It would be too bad if somebody found out what you're hiding.
Immediately he gets scared that you're so close, and like tenses up. Behind you guys you can hear the guards kind of like standing up and it's like slowly creeping this way.
And she just sort of like lets him go and like smiles as politely as she can.
Hendrik looks between you guys towards the guards.
I mean, I'm sure there is a perfectly reasonable explanation, and we won't need to bring it up to the burgomaster or anybody. Anyway, my friend was hoping we could have a coffin fashion for her dimensions.
If you want coffins to come in, okay?
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much.
Sends a look towards the guards and like does this really crooked smile that he forces onto his face and like nods and ushers you in, this time with force. As much as he didn't want you to be there, now you really wants you to come in.
Yeah, I might have just led us into a death trap
Fine.
or something. It's fine, guys.
Well, thank you for coming to our senses. No,
Where's Deliria?
Lyria's
There.
here.
having
Okay.
a hug with Calvin.
I was searching underneath the tokens. Like, where's Deliria?
Not that close, come on.
He he stands by the door and lets you all in, then closes it and locks it, and takes a few steps back, with his back against you guys, and just like breathing, and then turns around with that crooked smile that he has on his lips, and he says, "So, what kind of coffin do you want?
Why
Give
did
me
you
the
lock the door?
measurements."
What did Nick say?
I said, why did you lock the door?
Don't want the guards coming in. I don't like having too many people in here at once.
Empathy check.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I don't want the guard to be, you know?
Empathy, check him.
With composure.
Oh, damn. Fucking A.
Oh my god.
You're
It's
just
okay,
bewildered.
Nick. We have us, but
We have Aspida. Yes, indeed. Aspida. Let me change the music a little bit here, I think.
how sure are we that this is here, by the way? Or am I just scaring an old man for no reason?
Aspida,
Oh no,
what
there's
you
totally that
notice?
stuff.
Aspida, what you notice is that he is scared out of his mind. He is shaking in his boots. There's a sweat droplet coming down his forehead.
Hey, she'll approach
He takes a step
and
back.
she'll say, "Yes, a simple coffin for myself. My dimensions, I am 2.9 meters in height. And also, they aren't awake, are they?"
What? No, I don't want. What it?
You aren't in trouble if you can explain things.
A coffin, you say? 2.9 meters. What is the width? They're asleep. In what kind of wood?
Well, I was thinking of some kind of local wood. I'm not too familiar with this area. As for my width, I would say, I think maybe a meter. I'm trying to think like is a meter wide too much? No, maybe like, yeah, I think a meter is.
It's
Long
like
enough.
your width of your elbows is what.
Yeah, that's the widest part of a coffin.
Yes.
Trying to think how chunky she is.
It's hella chunky.
Chunky.
Shinky boy.
Chunky with armor
She's
too.
thick.
Thick.
She damn boy, she thick.
Perhaps like, to be on the safe side, if I were to be buried in my armor, maybe make it a meter wide at the elbows, and she'll kind of like quickly say, "Ghouls or vamps."
That would be pretty expensive. Hell if I know.
Wait, what did he say?
Hell if I know.
I know.
Yes, I understand. It is quite expensive. However, Lady Illyria here has quite the coinage to compensate. Or did they come from
Of
the
course,
far
and
east?
I do think we should go for something a bit fancier. Don't you think, Asphoda? And she's like,
Nix gives the
I
lyric like
assume
the
they aren't
weirdest look.
yours.
It's like, are we shopping here? Are we not?
And Deliria sort of like uses it to be like, I'm just gonna assume they aren't yours.
Fuck no. Have indeed would be a bit more expensive and would take more time.
While
I
this is
mean-
all happening, can Crocus please like just examine from a distance whether any of these have been like opened at all within any sort of time?
Sure. Do an investigation check for me, please.
Investigation, yes.
Please, please.
Could
12.
12. It's hard to tell if you do not like stand closer to them and really like take a look at them, but all of the coffins here seems to be like in the process of they're in different state of creation. Some
Okay.
are just fresh and some are like really rough.
Alright, thank you.
No worries.
Could Nix, as this is going down, like, can he stealth, like, tiptoe
Mm-hmm.
around these and, like, kind of, whilst watching Henrik to, like, just point at the coffins as he's walking around
Uh-huh.
quietly.
Okay. You approach the first coffin and like point to it and turn to turn to Hendrik and points at it, and he shakes his head and he points upwards.
Oh,
Upstairs.
Just imagine as this is going on that we're still discussing like what wood it should be.
I'm
Um,
vibing with mahogany, you know?
As we were discussing, she says, "Oh, well, yes, yes, more expensive, but I think it'll do the whole theatrics good." And she'll
Also
catch
probably be
it.
able to hold you.
Oh, that as well. And as she does, because now that he confirms that it's upstairs, she's gonna like cast minor illusion to write the words in midair, very small, in the palm of her hand. Did they come from the eastern forest, the forest east of here?
He takes a step back, is about to gasp, but like clasps a hand over his mouth to not make a sound. He looks confused and shakes his head.
When he, can I make a insight to see if that surprise was just because of magic or
Mhm.
because of something else?
Alright, yeah, sure. Do empathy composure.
Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah!
Damn, 23. No, he seems scared of your magic.
Okay.
Or surprised, at least.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes the frost in my mouth drips. It's nothing to be too alarmed about. And she just pretends to kind of wipe the sides of her mouth. But anyways, well, what sort of wood would you suggest? Have they always been here?
Asp is quite nice, and elm too. And he shakes his head.
What do you guys think?
well, I don't think you should get any wood that splinters very easily. Which wood might that be, Hendrik?
He is very confused.
Calvin's confused as well. He's looking at you like, huh?
We don't want anything that could break apart into shards, pointy sticks, or anything like that.
Well,
Oh,
I
pointy sticks.
suggest an pine.
We don't want the pine? Is that what you're saying, Hendrik?
I don't.
Which one would splinter the most? She is a heavy girl. We don't want it to break. But if we were looking for those kind of coffins made of that material, which one would they be?
Then
Just so we don't look at them.
choose the asp.
Okay, he's gonna like go over. He's gonna point to like a coffin like this one. I don't know if Nick knows what asp is.
God.
Don't. He points over to that one over there. Then don't choose that one.
Okay.
Walks over to Asphodel and says like very quietly, about to like break down from the stress. You need to believe me. I didn't do this, but I can't go to the burgomaster. They will put me in the Reformation Center, and I can't do anything about this either because I will die. Anything I do, I will just.
I'm trying to help. I sense their presence. I'm trying to help.
I'm sorry about earlier. You're not in any trouble. We just needed to get in.
Tell me what to do. What should I do?
What have they done?
He left them here. That blonde man.
Oh! Is that the guy we saw Straw like enter the house of earlier when he was gonna do business in the beginning when we entered?
You saw him do business with the blacksmith.
I didn't hear anything that was just said.
Okay.
Repeat that.
she-
I'm really sorry.
No worries. He said I can't go to the burgomaster, cause they will put me in the Reformation Center, and I can't do anything about this cause I will die. No matter what I do, I'm basically fucked. Tell me what to do.
Okay.
And Asphodel said like, who did this to you? And he said a blonde man.
Oh God.
Okay. A blonde man. And Asphodel kind of says, I'm gonna show you an image. Just nod if it is. How's that coffin looking, Nyx? And Asphodel, minor illusion on the palm of her hand, show the image of Holtz.
He shakes his head furiously.
Like he nods or shakes?
He shakes.
No,
Shakes
he
for
nods.
no.
He nods. Sorry.
Okay.
He nods his head.
Okay.
Furiously, I'm sorry.
Dude, that's the only blonde dude I know.
Yeah, I was about to say, there ain't many blonde dudes in here.
There's
Nix's
another blonde
dad.
dude.
It's Mark.
There's another shitty blonde dude.
Nix's dad, cool.
Yeah, true.
I was like, what is Nix's dad?
Guys, it's a conspiracy theory.
Which,
Uh,
to be fair, I'm just assuming it's your dad. I don't know.
That's just a theory, a game theory.
So Nix calls back to Asphodel and says, "Oh yes, this wood is very flimsy." And he takes the lid off and just like shatters it or tries to.
Let's do like a brawn here with disadvantage.
To move the lid.
Because
To
it's
break the lid.
like, to break the because it's like it's reinforced, it's planks who has like support beams on the inside. This is a brawn disadvantage to break, especially for you. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as your knee starts to hurt.
It's sturdier than it looks.
Hendrik gives you like a panicked look.
And Asphodel just says, kind of quickly shakes her head, like, "What are you doing? Don't do that!" It's like, no.
I'm trying to give you a weapon to stab things with.
Oh my
he
God.
raises his voice once more and says, I have planks that you can view in my workshop.
Oh, that would be quite nice. That would be a fairly good indicator to see if the wood can hold my weight.
Very well, follow me.
I feel so bad for this man.
Yeah, so do I.
Ah.
Hilarious sort of way to go about it.
I feel
It's like-
so bad.
Did get us in though.
And indeed, there's like a pile of wood here in the corner. There's also several items along the wall. There's like saws and hammers and nails. I don't know what they're called, but those that different kinds of shaping tools. So in essence, there's light hammers and daggers in here, and a light axe.
Axe.
Nix will grab a hammer and like a handful of nails.
All right.
Boop.
Is it called a plane? Is that what it's called? Okay. There's also some planes in here.
A planer tool, yeah. So
Yeah.
like to shave the wood.
Ah, it creates a plane, and that's why it's called a plane. Okay, I see.
Mhm.
I know it as hyvel.
Hivel.
Swedish.
Hammer and nails. Got it.
All right, you picked it up. Asfeld, do you pick up an axe?
Yeah, she's gonna pick up an axe.
Right. There's only one axe in here. So, Ilya and Kelvin, there is daggers. Quite a few in here. If you would want to throw daggers, Kelvin, you probably can pick up 6. Illyria, there might be a light hammer here if you wanted. Leave all the daggers to Kelvin.
She's gonna leave all the daggers, and I mean, she's gonna take the hammer just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Take some nails too. We can maybe lock them in if we get the jump on them.
Is there any like
Are we sure this is a good idea?
I don't know what's a good idea. We're dealing with undead.
is there actually
No, I mean
among-
like this whole thing.
As for that?
yes, is there any like pieces of wood here that's kind of long and pointed, like a spear?
No, but there's several planks that with some
Yeah.
with a little bit of work on them can be turned a bit pointy.
I'm just saying that if we interfere, we might be responsible for this man's death.
No, he can hide in one of the coffins downstairs. And Nix throws the planer tool to Asphodel to shave down the sticks to a point.
Yeah. And
I'm not
she's-
afraid of those things together.
It's more my only concern is how strong they may be.
Oh, I think we are the strongest in this area. It's either this and we deal with it, or we leave this man to his doom. Do you want his death on your hands?
Certainly not. He's innocent bystander to all this mayhem.
Then I would
Blood
suggest
men want
cutting
from you.
a slit down the side of your dress so you have more maneuverability and for fashion sense. And be a hero.
Well then, I certainly don't want to cut a slit in the nice dress. Maneuverability.
I don't know if Asphodel has battled in a dress before as well. So
Yeah,
it's like-
never. This is her first dress. She's certainly never like
And-
battled.
Yeah,
In a
but I'd
dress.
say isn't it a first?
She'll
Um,
just say if she needs to repair it. Oh, I stretched.
Can Illyria like go towards him and be like, what exactly did he say? What were you supposed to do with those things?
He came as with a business proposal at first, but then things turned more sinister. He threatened my life. I'm pretty sure it was the devil. He made some magic things upstairs, and then those things came and made their home there. He said it was insurance in case I didn't do as he said.
Nyx has the very
What did he
concerned
have
look on his
you-
face.
What did he
and-
have you do?
He wanted me to go to the orphanage and pick up a package from Milivoy, the gravedigger, and then head out of the walls and give it to Anya. That's it. I don't know what's in the package. I don't know what this is about, but
Do you think you're in danger if we go kill those things?
well, if you kill them, maybe it would be over. But he cannot know that I have betrayed him, and the Burgomaster can certainly not know. In his eyes, I should have died rather than do this.
We are certainly not on the Burgomaster's. Well, we are certainly not going to tell him everything.
He's a bit of a cunt.
When Nyx was playing around with the coffins, could he take notice of like how they are locked? Like, is there a latch or something? Is there or is it just like an open thing where just like the lid just falls off like any sort of box? Or is it like some sort of catch that
It's a box lid, because of the weight of the lid, and then later on the dirt is kind of sealed tight. So it's unnecessary to have to create a lock.
So he got a package from the gravedigger at the orphanage that he brought to Anya.
Well, that's what Strahd asked him to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
To go get it and then deliver it to Anya. But he hasn't done it yet.
I have. I just did. I hope that this nightmare was over. Maybe they're not there. I don't know.
We know that they're still.
So he has delivered the package.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. And we're
Yeah,
just gonna... Okay. He's done what he needed to do. It's just there's still that imminent threat upstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
And Illyria, you don't know who Anya is. Neither do I.
Yeah, but I'm just like, for the sake of my notes, I just want to note down like.
No, that's fair. I'm just reminding just in case.
Yeah, no, I know that she doesn't know, but like she's like, who the fuck is this Anya person now?
And one more time, the gravedigger's name was
Milivoy. It's a very
boy.
It's a very Slavic name, so there you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Has Aspida sharpened up this stick real nicely?
Yeah, you have basically created yourself a stick.
Like?
Thank you. It took a while, but there
What?
you go. And Aspida, you recognize the name of Milivoy. Jeska said that he slept over at the orphanage with Milivoy.
child.
The kid.
That with the gravedigger. Not literally, but I hope not. Literally.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we did adopt a gravedigger in a town in Barovia, and it was a child, so
So the kid said he what with Milavoy, the gravedigger?
Jessica, the kid that you met, said
Yes.
that the day before he wanted to, or some days before, he wanted to sleep over with his at Milavoy's at the orphanage.
Sleep over at Milavoy's, the gravedigger. Yo, that's and any parent in their right mind be raising all the eyebrows. You know, and she just kind of looks up. Odd that you say that. That kid yesterday said he was going to a sleepover at Milavoy's. Wait, did that kid say tonight he was gonna go to Milavoy's?
No,
Well,
he
yesterday night.
when he got hurt was during his stay at the orphanage when he slept over at the orphanage with Milavoy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Huh. And now there's a package he procures to you to give to this Anya. And that's the name of the gravedigger at the orphanage.
He nods his
noted.
head.
I'm sorry, there's like two people talking at once.
Oh no, I was confused because it sounded to me like you were like Anya is the gravedigger, but then I got that you meant like, Milavoy.
Yeah. Hendrik picked up a package from Milavoy at the orphanage.
Yeah, no, I got that. I just thought that Aranox said Anya was the gravedigger. I was confused.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hendrik shakes, nods his head in agreement. Yes, he lives there. Takes care of those kids. I didn't think he would have anything to do with this.
For all we know, he could be in the same boat as you, and he's trying to save his face. Well, we'll pay a visit after we try to clean up what this potential devil has left you with. Okay?
He nods his head.
All right. And you said I had a spear?
A steak.
Steak. Oh boy, a whole steak. What's the dice on steak?
Is it a long thing or is it a short thing?
Is it a long steak, like so I can count it as a spear? 'Cause I'm proficient in spears, spear-like items.
You can make it a dagger and make it smaller. Then it will have a less chance of breaking. But you can also make it into a spear with choosing a spear-like weapon, like a plank with a sharp end. But there will be a higher chance of it breaking.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is because I'm not proficient in anything else but those like spear-like items.
Okay. With what you're comfortable using. I suppose Asphodel would make a weapon that she knows how to use.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking like steak. I was more like a spear,
pike, right?
a pike, a javelin, something long and sticky.
Well, pike would be too long for these planks here, but you could make a spear.
Okay, that was my goal.
Well,
they're called like equas or something like that, right? It's like a.
You said I have a light hammer, right?
You have a light hammer, and there's Asphodel also has a hand axe.
That doesn't fall under finesse weapons, does it?
The dagger does.
Yeah, because if so, Illyria's gonna ask for one of the daggers.
Alright.
Take as many as you want.
I just need one.
Alright, then you
Alright.
get 5.
They'll hand you one.
5 daggers.
So little.
Maspero's gonna make a few take some of these planks of wood, kind of cut them in, to not be as wide, and just sharpen to a point.
All right, how many do you do?
Because these have the potential of breaking.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna make 5.
5. Absolutely. Okay.
And are there like any vice tools on the bench here?
Yeah, one right there. But I
Nix
don't know.
will take the vice.
Okay, I have no idea how to roll that, but that's gonna be interesting.
It's like manacles.
Oh, yeah. That works great. That works great. There's also a bunch of tonsils. If you want to pull some fingernails, I guess.
Oh, tongs. Yeah.
Oh, tongs.
Yeah. I'm not sure Nix is that sadistic.
Oh god.
Alright.
God.
Hendrik is looking more green by like every passing minute, fidgeting more and more whilst he contemplates his own mortality.
I'm really worried that we get him in trouble by killing those things.
Well, we have to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
if Strahd set them on here, like Nix is like itching to go as you all play with your play with your tools.
I mean, that's more like
it's sawdust in here.
like Mia's. That's more of like Mia's Julie. I mean,
Alright, what are you guys gonna do?
We want to find the stairs.
Alright.
Mhm.
He shows you the direction to the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did Aspera see any rope in that room? Oh, hemp rope?
I have rope on me if you
Okay.
want it.
Okay, cool. She'll certainly ask Nix for the rope.
Oh, sure. Yeah. He'll hand you the 15 meters of hempen rope.
So because I think they took hers, probably. I don't know.
No, they didn't take, like,
No,
cinder
rope
boxes
is okay.
or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay,
There
then
was-
she still have. Okay, never mind. She
Yeah.
still have her hemp rope.
There was no bondage rule, okay.
What?
No,
that's
no
not.
bondage
That's
rule.
not it.
Alright.
Okay.
Wasn't
Hendrik
expecting
says,
that.
he says, in the big room, I'm gonna stay down here and hide. I can't help you.
I would recommend you to, yeah.
Yes.
Nix points to like to this casket and say, "Hide in there." So at least we know where you are then.
He opens the another door here.
Oh.
And says, I will hide in the closet.
oh,
Hey, it's like me.
Go in the closet.
Alright, and I'm gonna take you guys to the other side.
Gonna take us to the next level.
All right, take us
Death.
to our doom.
There you go.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-da, doo-da.
Doo-da.
Time to do some sketchy shit that'll probably get us killed.
Yeah.
that's right now. It's not the time to kill each other.
Positivity!
Alright. So you walk up the stair. You cannot hear anything here.
I recommend we go as quietly as possible.
Yes.
I'm good at that.
It's just softly creaking the house in the wind.
Aspera will hand Kelvin the rope and say, "If you know that there's something in the coffin, try to close it with this. I don't know. I don't know how they'll be propped up."
If they're just fucking standing there like statues, I'll do the same, but around them. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, legs or arms?
The box itself.
The box.
No, if they're just standing there.
Oh, yeah, they're just, standing like out the
Oh.
box.
They're out. Alright.
Their legs, so that they can't move.
Alright. And he's gonna Sneak 100.
We all wait with bated breath.
There's a stealth check, Bexxy.
Yes, a stealth dexterity here because it's all about not creaking things on floorboards
Nice.
and things like that.
I've got a +7. Fuck. He falls down the stairs.
I've
No.
done a 1, 2, and 3 in a row.
Oh god!
All right, Asphodel, it's yours.
Don't you have?
Seven.
No, you don't have disadvantage anymore. At least you don't have disadvantage anymore. At least because you're wearing your armor.
None of us rolled over it.
Oh god.
Let's hope they really are asleep.
Yeah, let's hope that.
It's a very
Yeah,
creaky
Kelvin's
house.
gonna head and through the left door.
Okay. Through the left.
The left. To the left. To the left.
What's the dice for spear? It's like a D6, ain't it?
It seems to be
Okay, so then-
a kitchen. With a square table surrounded by chairs and shelves and with provisions. Is that
Who's just gonna do a thumbs up, just like
not a door over
it's
there?
alright in it.
Mhm.
You gonna go and open it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright though. Blip.
Does he see anything in there?
A
Sorry.
modest bedchamber holds a cot, several well-made pieces of furniture, including a table, a padded chair, a bookshelf, and a wardrobe.
There isn't anything up over here. I think it's the other way.
Okay, she'll.
Valeria sort of like waits for you to come back and just carefully opens that door.
Alright.
Kelvin's gonna poke his head around the corner as well. Yeah. Like one of those Scooby-Doo things. Somebody's on the top and somebody's on the bottom.
I think
Yeah.
I think that's basically what the two of us are doing here.
Yeah. Is there anything
Thing
I'm
here
guessing that we see?
Or I think that room's a bit bigger, so
Yeah.
I think this is.
careful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, Yuri, what's happening?
Hmm?
Yuri needed to untangle himself.
Yo, he nearly died.
This room seems to be a large, drafty room with cobwebs. Stacks of wooden planks lie amid several crates marked with junk or spare wood or other such titles.
So we don't see anything right away.
Does Kelvin recognize any of the crates from Thingy's cart, like that we saw before?
And Nix will also be like looking at Calvin and touching his nose.
Hmm.
Yuri, can
He'll
you
also
not?
take a sneak peek.
All right. You guys, everybody make a perception intelligence, please.
Oh boy.
Yay.
I am not rolling good today.
Oh.
Oh, Kelvin!
Sorry,
It's the nose.
it's the nose. But yeah, I think if there's anything here,
Well, what you
It's-
see are several crates and wooden planks. Looking around really carefully, Kelvin, you see on the floor, very, very, very faintly in the shadows of this corner over here,
Mhm.
scratch marks into the wood. Very precise ones.
Is there any sort of pattern, or do I need to get closer to see?
You need to get closer to see.
Okay, but he's just gonna like edge closer until he can see. Can you see from there?
Yes, yes, you can. There is Coptic runes. Not engraved. What's the right word? Coptic runes scratched into the wood in intricate circles and arcane circles and arcane patterns.
Guys, I don't know how to read runes.
So do I. Well, not very well anyway.
It looked like what Victor was doing.
Teleportation circle.
Oh, does it look anything like that? Or what he was trying to do anyway?
You recognize some of it, yes, but it seems smaller. And this
So
one
wait.
is not
Oh.
sputtering but light. It just lies dormant.
Ooh, I see. Okay, okay.
The back door.
As you know, Yaliri goes there, Asphoda is gonna instruct Nyx to close the door. As Asphoda is gonna can she can she take the minute to pop another primeval awareness?
Sure. That you can.
All
I'll
right.
start that process. What are your other people doing in the meantime?
Closing the door.
Yep, that's
Waiting,
initiative.
I think.
Kelvin's just gonna have his ladle ready. Good old faithful. Well, it's not actually the old faithful, but it's a ladle.
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 A
Ladle.
ladle.
A ladle.
Literally.
Yodelay.
Yodele. Okay. Asveda, you finish that minute of concentration, and you sense 6 presence of undead in this direction, that direction, this direction, and that direction.
Oh, it might be in the boxes. There's the boxes.
The
1,
box.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, baby.
What's in the
Yeah.
boxes?
What's in the box?
I'm
Box.
I kind of like thought.
Unboxing. What's inside?
Oh,
Boxing
man.
video.
After that
A
point,
new unboxing video, but with coffins.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay,
Asveda.
yes, she is going to point out to 6 of these boxes, all 6 of these boxes, because not that one because she didn't sense anything behind her, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
and then gestures with her own, to Kelvin in the hemp rope to like to wrap it around, hand gestures.
Kelvin's gonna give like half of it to Illyria and start doing it to as many of them as he can.
I guess Illyria helps out.
15 meters of hempen rope is what you guys have. There's 6 boxes in here. Each box is about like 1 meter in.
So that's a perimeter of 4 meters each.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll need probably like 5 actually. So 3 boxes.
If you want to make two, make it secure, maybe even less.
Yeah.
But
Maybe-
Nick's like raises in his hand the hammer and a handful of nails, and he just like shrugs.
Maybe we should try to go for like 2 boxes just to be sure.
Hmm.
We also have like really heavy like wood that we can stack on top.
Hmm.
But
What do you guys want to do?
I
Are they
think we're
already?
trying
They
to
look already
like
like pretty sealed.
close as many of the boxes as we can.
Yeah.
Kelby, what you can see, there's no. You don't see any lock over there. Just like downstairs, there seems to be a lid.
So they can. It looks like they can just be pushed open. I don't like that.
We want to try everything we can to like not, have them come out.
Yeah, so we can handle them one at a time.
How many do we manage to thingy?
I mean, with the rope, we're probably able to secure like 2 or 3, depending on how much we want to risk. And
I mean, we actually. So I know Asphodel has her own. 'Cause I thought they were it was taken, but it wasn't. So she has her own 50 meters.
oh, with
And
them we
the
have
one that
30.
then
I
what?
think
Yeah.
I have one, so we have 30 meters.
I think Illyria also has some rope.
I thought they come in 50, not 15. 50.
50 foot.
Oh,
15
15.
Yeah.
Oh,
meters.
50
okay, okay, gotcha. 15 meters, gotcha.
No worries.
So how many can we get then with 30 meters of rope?
Well, let's say so. They're 1 times 1 times 1. Um,
So, well, no, it's not times. It's plus. It's perimeter.
yeah, but I was talking about the volume here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you can probably, if you wanted to be secure, I would say that 15 meters could probably handle 2. If you do the bare minimum, then 3 boxes.
I think we should go for like the 2.
Yeah. So 4.
I think
boxes.
Illyria also has 15 meters of rope. I just checked.
You think,
If
or you
it's
have?
if it's like thingy, she does have a explorer's pack.
And what's in the explorer's pack? What's in the pack?
What's in the
There's
bag?
rope in the explorer's pack. If you have an explorer's pack.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have the equipment thing here. So adventuring equipment.
So we actually have enough for every single crate.
Yeah.
Poggers.
Poggers.
Poggers. Should we
Explorer's
do all
pack
of them
is
except
a
one?
backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, torches,
Yeah.
rations, water skin, and 15 meters of hempen rope strapped to the side of it.
I'd say we do all except one then.
All right. We will do our best to not disturb the boxes and proceed one by one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. This is very interesting. All right. I would require. I would require stealth and cunning. And I would only allow 2 people to roll this for each box. Of doing this silently to not disturb the box.
I guess Kelvin would, because, yeah. He's pretty good at that.
Right? Somebody can help you basically, giving you the help action so you can roll with advantage.
Alright, so shall I just do 2d20 plus 5?
Use this.
Oh yeah, there's the drop lowest thing. I don't know how you do. KH1.
Yeah, keep highest one.
Be pious.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Damn. Damn.
Do I need to do it for all of them?
Slowly but surely, you take the rope that was designated for the crate just in front of you, and you all hold your breath as you wrap around the rope. You make your knot and you step back, and all is silent. Alright, next one.
Do you want me to roll each one? Sorry.
Is Nick's gonna pop a guidance every time?
Let me just fucking.
Well, guidance is a vocal component though, so
Oh, okay, I see.
I could, but it's not going to be quiet.
Ah, no.
Alright. You start wrapping it around the box, but your elbow accidentally knocks into it. You stop, you freeze, you look around at your friends. Nothing happens, and breathe a moment of a relief. Expel a breath of relief. Then the lid is burst open, and a hissing vampire face is in your face, trying to grab for your throat. We're gonna
Fuck
roll
me!
initiative for next time.